The notification came while I was eating leftover cake out of the fridge with a fork and zero dignity. Your wedding film is now live. I smiled automatically. Reflex happiness, the kind that still had momentum. We'd been married 11 days. The dress was preserved, the flowers were dying, and thank you cards were stacked like homework on the dining table. Normal newlywed mess. Leo, I called. The video's up. From the living room, he answered. Already? That was fast. Cinematic package. I reminded him. They promised rush edit. I tapped the link. The thumbnail loaded, aerial drone shot. Our venue, white arches, late afternoon sun. Exactly how it felt in memory. My chest warmed. Good choice.
Good day. Good man.
The video began with music and slow motion. My veil lift, his smile. My father's hand on my shoulder. All the emotional manipulation we had paid for and were happy to be manipulated by. Leo came into the kitchen and leaned over my shoulder, watching. Okay, that's actually beautiful, he said softly. Worth every overpriced dollar, I replied. We watched in silence, ceremony highlights, vows, laughter, the ring exchange, the kiss. I was just about to scrub forward to the reception when the app chimed again. New comment. That was quick, I thought. I opened the comment tab. User, Marissa K. comment. That is my husband. I laughed out loud. Internet people are weird, I said. Leo smiled without interest. Troll. Has to be. I tapped her profile. Private, no photo. Account created this month. I replied lightly. Haha, wrong groom, grinning face with smiling eyes. We went back to watching. 2 minutes later, another comment from the same account. No, that is literally my husband. We got married in May. I felt a tiny prickle, not fear, annoyance. Commitment trolls are common on viral wedding clips. Congrats to her too, Leo said casually. Block and move on. Yeah. I hit block. The comment vanished. We finished the video. It was perfect, embarrassingly emotional, exactly what families cry over. I shared the link to my relatives group chat and closed the app. Normal day resumed, until my phone started vibrating like a trapped insect. Instagram DM request, unknown. Message preview. You blocked my comment, but you can't block a marriage certificate. I opened it. Profile, Marissa Kane, public, not private this time, and the profile photo was a wedding picture. I stopped breathing for half a second. The groom looked like Leo. Not similar.
Leo.
Different tux. Different venue.
Same face.
I turned the screen slowly toward him. Okay, this is new. He glanced barely and shrugged. Deep fake era. That's not a deep fake. That's a photographer. People reuse faces for scam accounts, he said. On a full wedding album? He reached for his coffee instead of the phone. Avoidance tell, small but bright. What's she saying? He asked. Sending documents, apparently. Don't open files from strangers. Correct advice, wrong tone. Defensive, not protective. Another message arrived. Image attachment. I downloaded it, but didn't open yet. Saved first. Metadata matters. My IT job rewired that habit into muscle memory. Opening, I said. It was a marriage license. State seal. Clerk's signature. Date, 4 months ago. Groom. Leonard Hale. I looked up slowly. Your middle name is Hale, I said. He blinked. Common name. Your full name is Leo Grant. Yes. Not Leonard Hale Grant.
No.
I zoomed the document. DOB, his exact birth date. Address, not ours but same city. Signature, looked like his, or a very good imitation. This is either elaborate fraud, I said, or elaborate fraud. Exactly, he said quickly. So ignore it. Fraud against who? Us. Or her. He didn't answer. Another message came. Video this time. Thumbnail, ceremony, different arch, indoor venue. I pressed play. The groom turned. Same scar on the eyebrow. Same dimple when he smiled.
Same man.
I felt something shift inside me. Not heartbreak, calibration. Leo, I said quietly, how many weddings have you attended this year? He frowned. What kind of question is that? Answer it. 1. Good, I said, because you are the groom in 2. Silence. Not shocked silence. Processing silence. I can explain, he said. That sentence always arrives before truth does. Do it, I replied. He set the coffee down very carefully, buying time with ceramic. Her name is Marissa, he said. We weren't engaged. That's not an engagement video.
No.
Then don't downgrade nouns. He exhaled slowly. It wasn't legal. You're looking at a license. Ceremonial, he said. No filing. State clerk's seal says otherwise. People fake seals. Yes, I said. They do. My phone buzzed again, new message from her. Ask him where he was June 14th at 3:20 p.m. I read it aloud. He answered too fast. Work. Which client? North Bay. Good, I said. I'm calling them.
His face changed.
Just a little, but enough. Because truth never fears verification. Truth never fears verification. The sentence hung between us like a test he hadn't studied for. Don't call them, Leo said quickly. Client confidentiality. Attendance confirmation isn't confidential, I replied. Project details are. It'll look unprofessional. Bigamy looks worse. That's not what this is. Then define what it is. He rubbed his jaw, stall gesture, buying seconds again. It was a commitment ceremony, he said.
Symbolic.
No filing. Then the clerk's seal is fake, I said. Which is a felony. You're not improving the story. My phone buzzed again, Marissa. He'll say it was symbolic. Ask why he used his real DOB then. I didn't react outwardly, just stored the pattern. She knew his responses before he gave them. That meant repetition. Why is your real birth date on the license? I asked. He froze half a beat. Lucky guess, he said. On a government document. Yes. Impressive luck. He stood up suddenly. Movement, control, reset attempt. I'm not doing cross-examination in my own kitchen. You are if you're married twice in my city. I'm not. Then verification will clear you. He paced once to the sink, back. Energy leak. Call them tomorrow, he said. Not today. Why delay? Because today is chaos. Truth doesn't need quiet. My phone buzzed. Another file from Marissa, PDF. Joint utility bill, Leonard Hale plus Marissa Kane, same address. Active last month. I opened it. Real provider. Correct formatting. Usage graph. Barcodes. Did you ever live on Briarcrest Lane? I asked without looking up.
No.
Utility records say you did. People use stolen identities for accounts. Yes, I said. They do. He stopped pacing. You're choosing her side instantly. I'm choosing documents over statements. That's cold. That's accurate. Another message came. Tell him to show you his passport. I smiled faintly. Show me your passport, I said. He didn't smile back. It's in the safe, he answered. Great, let's get it. Later.
Now.
Why now? Because identity questions expire quickly. He hesitated, longer than any previous pause. Storage box, he said. Garage. That's where you keep your passport? Temporary. Since when? Since the trip. Which trip? Boston. You didn't use a passport for Boston. He blinked. Small, fatal slip. I meant Canada trip, he corrected. We didn't go to Canada. Another silence, this one brittle. My phone buzzed again. Voice message from Marissa. I played it on speaker. Her voice, steady, not hysterical, controlled anger. He'll say the passport is inaccessible or expired. Ask to see his driver's license. Backside. Look at the issue date. I muted it. License, I said, hand out. He handed it over, cooperative now, which sometimes means cornered, not innocent. Front, normal. I flipped it. Issue date. 3 weeks ago. We've been married 11 days, I said. Yes. You renewed your license after the wedding. Routine. Renewals keep the number. Reissues change format. This is a replacement issue. Lost wallet. When? Last month. You never mentioned it. Not important. Identity documents are always important. I set it on the table. Did you change your name recently? I asked.
No.
Did you change any part of your legal identity recently?
No.
Then why reissue ID weeks before a second wedding video appears? He didn't answer. Because sometimes silence is the only non-perjured option left. My phone buzzed again. Ask him about the courthouse camera. I read it. He exhaled sharply. She recorded everything, he muttered, not to me, to himself. Everything what? I asked. Every step. Of the wedding. Yes. Which wedding? He didn't answer. Leo, I said softly, how many marriage ceremonies have you performed as the groom in the last 12 months? He stared at the counter.
2, he said.
Progress. How many filed? 1, he added. Which one? Ours. Prove it. I can get proof. Get it? Not instantly. Truth is instant. Proof is paperwork. He laughed once dry, stressed. You should have been a prosecutor. You should have been single. Another message arrived, photo. Courthouse hallway still. Timestamp overlay. Leo in suit. Marissa beside him. Date visible, 4 months ago. Not ceremony. Filing counter. I turned the screen toward him. Symbolic. I repeated. He looked at the photo, shoulders dropping, defense collapsing from denial to damage control. Okay, he said quietly. It was filed. There it was. Not discovered. Admitted. Are you legally married to her right now? I asked. He swallowed. Yes. The word landed without echo. And you married me anyway? Yes. Knowingly? Yes. I nodded once. Emotional reaction postponed. Data first. Why? I asked. He answered with the most honest sentence he'd said yet. Because I thought I could fix it later. My phone buzzed again. Final message in the thread for now. Ask him how many brides there are total. I looked up. Total count, I said. Not just us. He closed his eyes. And didn't answer. He didn't answer. Not because he didn't hear me, because any number he gave would be worse than silence. Total count, I repeated. How many brides? He leaned back against the counter, like the room had tilted. Define bride. Don't play vocabulary games. Ceremony or filing? Start with filing. A long breath. Then, 2. Marissa and me. Yes. Ceremonies. Another pause. 3. I waited. Who's the third? I asked. Vegas, he said quietly. Of course it was Vegas. Name. I don't remember. That's not credible. It was years ago, annulled. Proof. I can request it. Request it now. He rubbed his face again, friction, stress, pattern repeating. I will. My phone buzzed, Marissa again. Vegas bride equals Tessa Rowe. He remembers. Ask about the Red Chapel. I read it aloud. Leo flinched. Unmistakable recognition response. Red Chapel? I asked. Okay, I remember, he said quickly. Yes. Tessa. It was impulsive. Annulled. How long after ceremony? 3 weeks. Filed annulment. Yes. Court. Clark County. Case number. I don't have it memorized. You memorize client-server reports, but not your annulment case. He didn't answer. That meant she was right. Again, which meant she had access to real records or lived the timeline herself. Why are there patterns, I asked quietly, of you marrying women under different contexts? I don't make patterns. You do. I make mistakes. Repeated mistakes are systems. He looked at me, almost impressed, which was infuriating. My phone rang, Marissa calling now, not messaging. I answered. Put me on speaker, she said immediately. You are, I replied. Leo closed his eyes, resignation phase. Hi, Leo, she said, voice steady, no theatrics. Hi, he answered, smaller voice than usual. Do not lie anymore, she said. It's inefficient now. Silence. I asked, timeline, your version, compress. Met him 18 months ago, she said. Engaged in 4. Married in 6. Still legally married today. Separated?
I asked. No, she said.
Hidden. Leo whispered. That's not fair. She ignored him. He travels under project cover, rotates emotional contracts, overlaps them. Emotional contracts. I repeated. That's what he calls relationships when he wants exit flexibility, she said. I looked at him. He didn't deny it. Why contact me through the video platform? I asked. Because he monitors his phone, but not vendor uploads, she replied. I knew the film would post this week. Accurate, strategic, patient. How did you get my name? I asked. Public registry plus venue tag plus your bridal shower photos, she said. You're searchable.
Fair.
What do you want? I asked her.
Truth logged, she said.
And legal sequence restored. Meaning, dissolve fraud marriage chain. Are you safe? I asked. Financially, yes. Legally, complicated. Emotionally, done. I believed that last one. Send me your filing proof, I said. Already sent. Check message 3. I checked. Second attachment I hadn't opened yet. Court portal screenshot. Case status. Active and no dissolution filed. I turned the screen to Leo. Still symbolic? I asked. He said nothing. Because databases don't negotiate. I asked the next critical question. Did you marry me under a false statement of single status?
Yes, he said. Direct.
Did you intend to disclose? Yes. When? After closing my divorce. You mean after being caught? No, after resolving it. Sequence matters. My phone buzzed again, new message, unknown new number. He uses 2 surnames, check his LinkedIn licenses. I opened LinkedIn, searched Leo Grant profile, normal. Scrolled credentials. Professional license listed under Leonard Hale Grant. Not Leo Grant. Full legal name, Hale. Matching Marissa license. Why drop Hale publicly? I asked. Branding, he said weakly. Or separation.
No.
Yes. He didn't fight it. Marissa spoke again. Ask him about October conferences. I did. Which one? Seattle, she said. He answered instantly. Security Summit. She laughed once. Wedding Expo. I searched. October, Seattle. Expo. Vendor photos. I found him. In background. Wearing a Groom tux sample. Tagged by a bridal booth. Why were you at a wedding expo? I asked. Client booth. Which client? He didn't answer. Marissa did. Himself. Silence confirmed. You scout, I said slowly. No, he replied, too fast. You pattern match, I corrected.
No.
You source.
No.
You overlap. No answer. Truth by exhaustion. I asked the question that reframes motive. Do you love any of the women you marry? He looked up, and for the first time, the answer came without calculation. Yes, he said. How many at once? He didn't answer, which is also an answer. Marissa said quietly, ask him about the shared videographer. I frowned.
What?
We use the same studio, she said. Different brand name, same company. Check the contract footer. I opened my wedding contract. Footer. Parent company name. She sent hers. Same parent company. He didn't just overlap brides. He reused infrastructure. And patterns that repeat eventually collide, like 2 wedding videos uploaded to the same server. He reused infrastructure, and patterns that repeat eventually collide. I set my phone down slowly, like sudden movement might break the fragile honesty currently in the room. Same videography parent company. I said. Same groom. Same year.
Different brides.
That's not coincidence. That's operational reuse. Leo didn't argue, which told me we'd crossed from denial into damage management. Marissa stayed on speaker, quiet now, letting me lead. Smart move. Witnesses who don't overtalk get believed more.
New rule, I said.
From this point forward, answers are yes, no, or data. No narratives unless requested. Leo nodded once. Okay. Did you knowingly enter multiple marriage contracts without dissolving prior ones? Yes. Did you conceal active legal marriage from subsequent partners? Yes. Did any of those partners know about each other before today? No. Marissa cut in softly. I suspected. I didn't know.
Noted, I said.
I opened notes and started a clean log, time-stamped, question and answer. Not for revenge, for record integrity.
Motivation, I said.
Primary, emotional, financial, immigration, legal shield, or psychological compulsion. Pick the dominant category.
He actually thought about it.
Psychological, he said. Secondary. Control. Financial? Incidental. Prove incidental. I didn't take money from you, he said to me. Absence of theft is not proof of motive, it's proof of boundary.
He accepted that.
My phone buzzed. Marissa texted while still on call. Ask about the rings. I looked at his hand. My ring, still there. Did you reuse rings between marriages? I asked. No, he said immediately. Did you reuse designs? Yes. Why? Continuity. With whom? Myself. Self-branding marriage. Chilling but coherent. Where are Marissa's rings? I asked. He hesitated.
Safe deposit box, he said.
Which bank? He named it. Marissa laughed softly. Joint box, she added. Still active. He didn't dispute it. Did you wear a ring with her after marrying me? I asked.
No.
Did you remove it before our ceremony? Yes. Timeline overlap confirmed. Log updated. Another message from Marissa. Ask about the efficient database. Did you reuse efficients? I asked.
No.
Did you reuse efficient networks? Yes. Why? Flexible filing speeds. That was new. Explain, I said. Some efficients file instantly, he said.
Some batch.
Timing matters. For concealment. For sequence control. Same thing. Marissa added, he times filings like transactions. I believed her. I pulled my marriage filing record, county portal, timestamp, filed next morning. Was Marissa's filed same day? I asked. Yes, she said. Different county. Leo added quickly. I checked. She sent screenshot. Same county, same clerk office, different window, same day. 2 marriages. Same clerk building. Same day. Different brides. My pulse didn't spike. It narrowed. You double-booked legality, I said quietly. He didn't deny it. Why marriage specifically? I asked. Why not just date? Marriage creates emotional lock, he said. People invest differently. Not romantic, mechanical. Do you consider this addiction? I asked.
No.
Strategy. Yes.
Toward what?
Stability. I almost laughed, not humor, irony. You manufacture instability to feel stable, I said. He looked at me like I'd solved an equation he'd been avoiding. Yes, he admitted. Marissa went silent. I think that answer hit her too. My phone buzzed. New unknown number. Different thread. Your bride number 4. I read it aloud. Leo looked genuinely startled.
No.
Marissa said, yes. We all paused. Explain, I said. Engaged, not married. Marissa clarified. But ceremony booked, deposits paid, canceled last minute when he had a family emergency. Name, I asked.
She sent it.
I searched. Public bridal registry still cached. Groom name, Leonard Hale. Pattern holds, I said. Leo whispered. That one was stopped. Not by you, Marissa replied. By scheduling collision. Vendor collision, like the video upload. You don't stop, I said to him. You get interrupted.
He didn't argue.
Critical distinction. I asked the question that matters most in repeat behavior cases. Do you intend to stop now? Yes, he said. Because caught or because finished? He hesitated. Because caught, he answered. Correct, and therefore usable. Marissa finally said, ask him the server folder name. I frowned. What server? His cloud drive, where he tracks us. I looked at him. Folder name. He closed his eyes. Don't, he murmured. Folder name. A life cycle. I opened his shared photo drive. We'd synced wedding pictures last week. Root folders visible. There it was. Life cycle. Inside. Prospects active, cooling, closed. I did not react outwardly, but something permanent ended quietly inside me right then. The folder was real. Life cycle prospects / active / cooling / closed. No encryption. No clever disguise. Just corporate-style labeling applied to human beings. I opened active. 3 folders. Marissa_K, Elena_G, and my name. Dated subfolders. Notes files. Photos scraped from social media. Screenshots of texts. Calendar overlays. Prospects wasn't romance, it was pipeline. I didn't look at him yet. Predators lose power when they're not centered in the reaction. Marissa said quietly over speaker, "He logs behavioral triggers." "Explain," I said. "Preferences, fears, attachment speed, family dynamics," she replied. "He optimizes emotional pacing." I opened a text file under my folder. Profile, A, high-trust baseline, conflict avoidant early, loyalty signaling strong, responds to vulnerability narratives, proposal window, fast-track viable. I read it out loud. Leo covered his face with his hand. Not shame, containment, like a consultant watching a confidential slide deck leak. "You profiled me," I said. "I profile everyone," he replied. "Not everyone marries you.
No.
Only the ones that score high." He didn't answer, which was confirmation. I opened cooling. 2 folders, both women, both tagged with dates and the same phrase in a notes file. Exit resistance high, delay confrontation, reduce availability gradually. "Is this how you disengage?" I asked. "Yes," he said quietly. "Behavior tapering." "Yes." Marissa exhaled audibly. "He calls it emotional weaning." I wrote that down too. New message buzzed in, the unknown number again. Check closed. Look at the audio notes. I opened closed. 4 folders. One labeled Tessa_R, annulled, Vegas. Another labeled Dawn, relocation, no last name. I opened Dawn. Audio files. I played one. His voice. Unmistakable, softer. Intimate, confessional tone. Dawn responds best to reassurance framing. Avoid future tense promises after week 8. I stopped playback. "That's training material," I said. "Self-notes," he replied. "Same function." Marissa whispered. "He rehearses us." The word landed correctly. "Do you role-play before difficult conversations?" I asked. "Yes." "Using prior recordings?" "Yes." "Consent obtained?"
No.
"Of course not." My phone buzzed, new message, different unknown. "Ask him about the prenup template." I searched inside lifecycle. File appeared instantly. Prenup_base_V7 docs. Template, clauses, toggles, adjustable asset ranges, emotional language options, reconciliation paragraphs, pre-written. "You keep modular prenups," I said. "It's efficient," he replied automatically, then realized how that sounded and closed his mouth. Efficiency is for logistics, not vows. He had no defense for that. Marissa said, "Ask about the questionnaire." I searched again. Found it. Compatibility intake, long form. Not romantic questions, data capture. Conflict style, abandonment history, parental divorce age, financial thresholds, forgiveness timeline, jealousy triggers. "You screen," I said. "Yes." "For marriage candidates?" "Yes." "Like hiring?" "Yes." The honesty was almost refreshing now, like infection finally exposed to air. I asked the question experts ask at this stage. Compulsion or optimization? He thought, longer this time. "Optimization," he said. "Meaning you believe this is rational?" "Yes." "Meaning you would defend it?" "Yes." "Meaning you would repeat it if unseen?" Silence. Then, yes. Truth achieved. My phone buzzed, Marissa again. "Ask him why he never dates widows." I raised an eyebrow. "Why not widows?"
He blinked.
"What?" "You heard me." He hesitated, calculation, then answered. "Lower abandonment sensitivity, slower attachment dependency." Marissa laughed bitterly.
See?
"Filters." I wrote it down. Because patterns documented become patterns prosecutable, socially if not legally. I opened prospects. 8 folders. Recent. Active scouting. You were planning future brides while marrying current ones, I said. Yes. Overlap intentional. Yes. Cap number.
What?
How many simultaneous relationships do you manage? 4, he said. Why 4? Cognitive load threshold. He'd measured it. Of course he had. New unknown message arrived. Upload your wedding video raw file. Not edited. Check who flags it. Interesting. Why would that matter? I asked aloud. Marissa answered instantly. Because he content claims overlap footage to suppress discovery. I looked at him.
He didn't deny it.
You flagged duplicate Groom media, I said. Yes. To keep brides from finding each other. Yes. Control layer confirmed. I exported the raw wedding video file and began uploading to a public mirror platform. No tags, no title, just data. Leo watched, didn't try to stop me. System break, he murmured. System exposure. I corrected. Upload hit 12%. My phone rang, unknown, new voice, female, nervous. Hi, I think I'm in his prospects folder, she said. Collision cascade had started. Hi, I think I'm in his prospects folder, the woman said. Her voice was steady but tight, like someone trying not to sound scared and almost succeeding. Name, I said calmly. Dana Whitlow. I checked the prospects list. There it was, Dana_W, score pending. You are, I confirmed. How did you find out? The mirror upload, she said. The raw wedding file, facial match alerts. My friend runs a vendor fraud group. She flagged the groom. Upload was only at 18%. Fast network effects. Are you currently engaged to him? I asked. No, but he proposed last week. Leo closed his eyes. Marissa muttered. Of course he did. Dana, I said, do not send him money, documents, or signatures. Do not confront yet. I haven't, she said. But he asked for my birth certificate for venue paperwork. Pattern match confirmed. Do not provide it, I said. I won't. Stay reachable. Thank you, she whispered, and disconnected. I updated the log. Prospect confirmed. Live pipeline active. Leo spoke quietly. You're detonating everything. No, I replied. Your repetition is. Upload 31%. New notification. Platform copyright claim attempt. Rejected automatically due to raw timestamp priority. Marissa laughed once. There, that's his suppression script failing. You auto-claim groom likeness, I said to Leo. Yes. Across vendor platforms. Yes. Not anymore. He didn't argue. I opened Lifecycle again and checked timestamps. Folders updated as recently as yesterday. You never stopped, I said. No, he replied. Even after marrying me?
No.
Even after marrying Marissa?
No.
Consistency, finally. Another message from Dana. He just texted asking if I talked to anyone. I said, reply, at work later. Nothing else. Done, she answered. Marissa added, he probes silence gaps. Keep responses boring. Behavioral countermeasure, logged. Upload 52%. I turned back to Leo. Do you target specific professions? I asked. Yes. Which? Healthcare, education, nonprofit, compliance. Why? Higher trust baselines, lower early suspicion. You're a human risk algorithm. Yes. No pride, just fact. Do you believe what you're doing is abuse? I asked. He paused, longest pause yet. No, he said. I believe it's structured attachment. Marissa exhaled sharply. There it is, the rebrand. Structured attachment without informed consent is exploitation, I replied. He didn't respond, because definitions corner behavior. New unknown message arrived, same tipster thread that had guided earlier checks. Check vendor contracts. Look at emergency contacts. I opened our venue contract. Emergency contact for groom. M. Kane. Marissa. Even at my wedding, I said softly, you listed your other wife as emergency contact. Leo stared at the table. I forgot to change it, he said. No, Marissa replied. You forgot which bride. Upload 73%. New DM request. Different woman, profile photo with Leo at a restaurant I recognized. Message. We're supposed to tour venues tomorrow. Should I still go? I checked prospects. Folder, Elena_G, active, venue stage. You're Elena, I said. Yes. Cancel, I replied. Do not attend alone. Do not sign anything. Is he dangerous? She asked. Behaviorally, yes. Physically, no data. I answered. Precise language matters. Understood. She stopped typing, processing phase. I looked at Leo. You pipeline engagements like sales. Yes. Stages defined. Yes. Lead bond, propose, file, overlap, taper. He nodded once. That was exactly it. Upload 91%. Marissa asked quietly. Ask him if any marriage was for immigration.
I did.
No, he said. I screen for citizens only. Risk reduction. I noted. Yes. New unknown tip. Search rotation calendar. I searched his drive. Found it. Rotationed. XLSX. Color-coded schedule. Names replaced with initials. Travel overlap buffers. Excuse templates. Emotional check-in reminders. You schedule emotional maintenance, I said. Yes. Like equipment service. He didn't like that, but didn't dispute it. Upload complete. Public mirror live. Within seconds, view count ticking, share starting, comment. Same groom, different bride. I've seen this guy before. Network ignition achieved. Leo whispered, there's no coming back from this. Correct, I said. Do you hate me? He asked finally. Human question. No, I answered truthfully. I understand you. That was worse. My phone rang. County clerk office number. I answered. Ma'am. The clerk said, we've received 3 duplicate groom alerts tied to your filing. We need you to appear tomorrow to review marital validity. Will do, I replied. Marissa said softly, I'll be there too. Leo nodded. Surrender complete. And that's when the final message from the unknown tipster arrived. There is one more bride, and she filed yesterday. There is one more bride, and she filed yesterday. I read it out loud. For the first time since this started, Leo looked truly disoriented, not cornered, not defensive, lost. That's not possible, he said. Marissa answered before I could. It is as if he ran a courthouse rotation. I was already searching county marriage filings, public index, last 24 hours. There it was. Groom. Leonard Hale Grant Bride. Priya S. Ralph filed. Yesterday for 12 p.m. I turned the screen toward him. Were you at the courthouse yesterday at 4:12 p.m.? I asked. He didn't speak. Answer format reminder. Yes, no, or data. Yes. Third active legal marriage. Yes. Marissa exhaled slowly. No surprise, just confirmation. Ceremony. I asked. Micro, he said. Office. Witnesses. 2 staff. Does she know about any of us?
No.
Did you plan to tell her?
No.
Truth density, now near 100%. I checked prospects again. Folder just moved. Pre_active filed. Timestamped 1 hour ago. He updates status after paperwork clears. Marissa said quietly. Always. My phone rang. Unknown. New number. I answered. A woman's voice. Controlled. Formal. This is Priya, she said. I believe we share a husband. Efficient introduction. Yes, I replied. We do. I saw the mirror upload and the registry alert, she said. I'm a data analyst. Pattern collision is obvious. Of course she was. Are you safe? I asked.
Yes.
Angry, but safe. Do not meet him alone, I said. I won't, she replied. I already called an attorney. Good. Stay on the line, I said, and put her on speaker with the others. Leo whispered, I never meant to hurt anyone. Priya answered calmly, intent is irrelevant to outcome. Precise. I liked her instantly. I opened my running log, now 7 pages, and said, "We're closing sequence." No one interrupted. "Leo, final structured questions.
He nodded faintly.
Do you acknowledge 3 active legal marriages?" "Yes." "Do you acknowledge 1 prior annulled marriage?" "Yes." "Do you acknowledge additional engagement fraud cases?" "Yes." "Do you acknowledge identity concealment between spouses?" "Yes." "Do you acknowledge behavioral profiling for romantic acquisition?" "Yes." "Do you acknowledge continued prospecting after each filing?" "Yes." Record complete. Marissa said quietly, "That's enough for court." Priya added, "And for civil damages." I believed both. New notification, videography platform, message from the studio owner. "We are suspending the Groom profile across all partner brands pending investigation. Vendor infrastructure shut down, his reuse engine gone." Leo read it and gave a small, empty laugh. "My supply chain just died." "People aren't supply," I said. "I know that now," he replied, and I believed he knew it. Too late, but knew. Dana texted. "I blocked him everywhere."
"Thank you."
Elena texted. "Venue tour cancelled. Deposit refunded. Cascade containment working." Priya said, "I'm filing annulment first thing." Marissa replied, "I'll join." I added, "Me too." 3 voices, aligned, not bonded by him, bonded against the pattern. That's how real alliances form. I finally looked directly at Leo. "No more questions," I said. "Only consequences now." He nodded, no protest. System fully collapsed. "Why did you really marry?" I asked, last human question, not forensic. He answered without delay. "Because being chosen feels like proof I exist." Marissa said softly, "You could have chosen honesty instead." He didn't respond. I ended the calls one by one. Dana, Elena, Priya, Marissa, each with direct next steps. No dramatics, just process. Then I opened the wedding video again. Ours, the beautiful, cinematic lie, and changed the title on my copy. Evidence, Groom identity case. Not memory. Documentation. The final message from the unknown tipster arrived at last. Collision complete. Pattern broken. I typed back.
"Who are you?" Reply came.
Bride 0. I stopped at engagement. Learned faster than the rest. I smiled. Not from happiness, from closure. Then I turned off notifications, opened a new document, and named it. Grant. Multi-marriage fraud timeline. Because stories end. Records don't.